the door, because that way if you can see what we're you can have seminars on in group or English as well.
What other languages do you speak?
Finnish, English, a little bit German and Czech.
English and Russian.
English and Japanese.
English, Swedish, German.
And you communicate with English, and you prefer to learn another language?
See, our main the main language, so it would be English, and then we also offer Mandarin services because we've seen a huge boom in the Asian market. Mandarin Chinese is the biggest language in the world by how many people speak it. So, and their business is booming. So we want to make sure that, and particularly focusing on language and culture, because doing business in those Asian markets is not exactly what some of the Westerners are accustomed to.
You had identified some of your competitors, but do you have a feeling that you have now found enough of that kind of area of your business model, the competition? What would you study next from your competitors?
I'm sorry, could you rephrase the question?
You have now identified some of your competitors.
Yes.
But there must be more in that field.
Of course, but not so ours is specifically targeted for business language. There are of course a wide variety of language learning services, but like I said, what makes us stand out is that we really are focused on this business language. It's different than just going to the store and having a conversation with the teller. It's different than asking for a ticket on a bus. It's particularly how to express yourself in a manner that is both professional and also understandable.
So, what really is your customer segment you're going after? Because you said a $1.5 billion e-learning market?
Yeah. So the customers that we're going after are business professionals. And, that includes students in business schools, as like I said, to get the foot in the door. But particularly, it would be companies. We want to work with stage ups, so just a little bit over startups, people who are trying to expand into international markets and might not have the resources available to them.
Okay, so one follow-up question. So you identified the market you're going after as the business market. How much money do businesses spend on educating their employees?
So it would depend on the company.
Okay.
Okay. How are you going to market your services in the internet?
So,
direct marketing or some broadcast delivery or how?
Yeah, well, we want to try to make ourselves visible in conferences as well as online platforms. There's a bunch of different business communities online. They have presence on Facebook and LinkedIn, of course, and other business professionals, other maybe conferences like this, Startup Weekend.
All right, we are all set. Let's give it up for the team, but I want to keep you up here for a second while the judges wrap up their notes. But give it up, give it up. I know you can stay. Yeah. All right, so while the judges wrap up, I have a question for all of you. How did you come about how did you come together at the beginning of the event? So you meet up, this is the first time you're working as a team. As far as I know, you didn't really know each other too well. How was that first experience, just figuring out what roles you're going to take or what work is going to get done or even agreeing on the problem? Tell me a little bit about that very beginning process, the first couple of hours, 10 o'clock on Saturday.
So 10 o'clock on Saturday, it was a little awkward. There's these people that you've never met before. There's people people who like the same idea. So we had to come together and we just had to learn more about each other. We had to see what each other's skills were, and then as that happened and as that began to unfold, I think we were able to to really come together as a team. Does anyone else have anything?
Yeah, go ahead, chime in. Thoughts? There we go. I know you're thinking of something. I see it in your eyes. You're thinking. You see it. You're like, no, I'm not thinking. There's nothing going on in my head. I promise. Something's going on. Ah, there we go. I knew it.
Just a short comment that I also pitched and had an idea with a similar industry, and so I think we were lucky to find each other. So that's why the first hour that we spent, we were trying to get to know each other better, and we're trying to compile a single idea out of 2 ideas that we had.
Wow, okay, very cool. Ooh, see, I knew you were thinking about something. Now, what would you do differently if you could start this again? Same team, we're back to Saturday at 10 o'clock. What's something that you would do differently? Or maybe even at 12?
I probably would have tried to take more time to get to know everyone a little bit better. I feel like I was a little overwhelmed with like, oh my God, I had this idea and I guess I have a team and what do we do next? Is there like, what are the steps we're doing? What is everybody else doing? What should we be doing? And if anything, I wish I would have been like, oh hey, like, hi. So what brought you here? What's your name? And just been a little bit, trying to break the ice a little bit more.
Hand the microphone over. What was it like for you? You joined us on Saturday morning, so you missed the whole Friday. You didn't see all the craziness we had going on Friday. But what did you think about the event when you walked in? I mean, perhaps it was a little confusing, maybe not, maybe it made sense from the beginning, but what were your thoughts as you were trying to catch up to everyone?
Yeah, it was a really exciting new experience for me. I'm happy I'm here and we have a new idea and company.
Did you find it, how did you find getting used to your team at the very beginning? They had already known each other at least a little bit. What was that like?
Yeah, I think I just came there and they have done something before me, but I think they introduced me to the idea very well.
Okay, so they were very welcoming, it sounds like, and they made it very easy for you. Awesome. All right, well, let's give it up one more time for the team.
Hello, we are with you. We're an app to connect, inform, and inspire foreigners. I'm just going to do a little last-minute market research here. How many of you guys are not from Finland? Raise your hands. That's a lot of people. All right. How many of you guys were stressed out at some point in your time here in Finland? Yeah, an equally large amount of numbers. All right. So these are the problems we face. And we know these are the problems because this is one of the things we did. We went out and we asked people face-to-face. We sent out surveys. All in all, we maybe talked to 10, 15 people face-to-face outside, even more inside this event. And then we sent out a survey to which we had around 35 responses. And so these are the problems that we see. People don't know all that much. All they know about this country when they get here is like things they've read in internet articles or things they've read in the brochure for the University of the City. So they have a lot of lack.